Zwift Sucks. Need a stiff drink. It's gonna be a long video. No jump cuts. I've got a question here.
Today's video, we start with a hydration chart. Am I hydrated? Aim for clear urine at least 10 times a day. Eat a diet rich in fresh fruits and vegetables. Drink a quart of water before meals. Thank you.
Durianrider, Zwift Sucks. The recently crowned UK champion Cam Jeffries was caught for e-doping. Can you please make a video, share your comments, criticisms. This was in Forbes magazine. Forbes. I thought this was just a big joke. I thought people were just taking the piss out of Chris Pritchard from Cycling Hub. I thought people were just taking the piss. As I was like, having a bit of a laugh. Like, yeah, Chris Pritchard, everyone knows he's dodgy, he's shady, he's a projectionist. But then I Googled it up and I was like, okay, this is Cam Jeffries stuff, it's a real deal. Cam is a fellow YouTuber. And as someone who started the whole cycling vlog 2008, when I started doing vlogs on cycling and kickstarted off and showed people how much money is to be made, blah, blah, blah. I feel it is responsible for me to chime in, to weigh in on the conversation, try and keep my trolling aside, if that's even possible. And let's talk about Zwift, which is a massively growing thing. And am I a Zwift fan? I am. I'm a Zwift fan. How many times have I done Zwift? A handful of times. I think I did the Australian Championships. Was it last 2 Down Under? I just got invited that night. I'd done like a 200k ride or whatever. They're like, Harley, we need another rider. You in? I said, fuck it, give me some soy ice cream, let's do it. And it was a great experience. I really had a good time. But people are saying to me, Zwift sucks. People are like cheating on their weights. Yeah, that's the same with Strava. People can jump in a car or a motorbike or even an e-bike and go and do that and put out some crazy times or whatever. There's not much you can do about it. So that happens all the time. But at Zwift, people try to dodge their weights. It happens all the time. Are you getting a good workout? That's the main thing. Let's cut to the chase of the video. First of all, we'll talk about the benefits of Zwift. We'll talk about the Cam Jeffries Tron Gate, the Tron bike. I didn't know this existed until a day ago. Apparently on Zwift, you can buy bikes from doing a lot of rides. And Zwift, you can train and earn Super 6 for Revenge, all these different bikes. And apparently, correct me if I'm wrong, could be totally wrong. If you feel I'm wrong on anything, give me a comment down below. Apparently, you can do the Ks and get these bikes. The Tron bike apparently is the fastest or whatever, or has certain power, 400 watts, I don't know, it just has some special functions. Correct me if I'm wrong, but the bikes you can get, some are faster or lighter or slower, and that affects your Zwift time. If I'm understanding correctly, correct me if I'm wrong. And so this Cam guy, who I have no hate towards at all. I've never met the guy. He's just another, cycling vlogger out there, just trying to make a income on YouTube. No worries with that. But he's apparently associated with a few questionable characters, one of them being Chris Pritchard, who is a questionable character in my opinion, my experiences. And apparently they got this Cam guy's Zwift login details and manipulated the system, botted the system, got the bot, like a little robot digital thing, and made it so that he got all these extra miles, meters elevation gain, to get the Tron bike, which is apparently the fastest bike, or the super bike or whatever, or one of the fastest bikes. And apparently it's faster than the bike he had for the upcoming British e-racing championships. And a lot of people are taking the piss. They're saying, what? Is there a race on e-bikes? Why are people wearing jerseys zipped up all the way in indoors? Why not just wear a singlet? Why not just rock no shot? So that's a whole other story. I can talk for hours on this one. Some of you want me that, some of you don't want that. Let me just stick with the facts. And if you want just a short version of the video, click off the video now, go straight to DC Rainmaker and type in Zwift cheating, Zwift doping, whatever you got to call it, Chris Pritchard, dodginess. Type that into DC Rainmaker, and DC Rainmaker shares his DC Rainmaker thoughts. So if you don't like the durianrider style, go to DC Rainmaker, check it out. She has the same viewpoint as me. One of those viewpoints being, why is this Cam kid got a ban from real road racing when he cheated in an e-race? You know what I mean? He cheated. He stole the bike. Or maybe Chris Pritchard and the Hoons, the hooligans, the Pritchard hooligans, maybe they hacked Cam's account and gave him the Magic Tron bike. I don't know. We'll let the courts decide. Let the FBI take care of that one. But I don't think this Cam kid should be banned from actual real racing on the road. You know, I think that's a bit silly. I think he's hacked a computer game. He's tried to steal a national jersey. I guess that's pissed off a lot of people, and British Cycling being one of them. But I think maybe just keep the ban for the E-world, the video game world. I don't think what you do in a video game should be penalised in real world bike racing. Like, that's just me. Maybe I'm old school with 22 years of racing. I did my first UCI race, Criterium in Australia, UCI licensed crit in December 1997. So maybe I'm just a bit too old school. You know, I'm 42 and racing for 22 years. So I think e-racing is a different world, and then you have the real-time, real-world racing, right? Where there's crashes and bones and, you know, headwinds and tactics and all that sort of stuff. But anyway, I'm digressing. And that's all I love about these non-scripted videos. No jump cuts, just share my thoughts authentically with you. Candor, authenticism, if you can appreciate that. So I think the ban shouldn't apply to the road races. I think you should be able to do road racing. But again, it's winter now in UK, so 6 months in UK in winter, who cares, I guess. But we'll just race on a different note. So I think the ban's ridiculous for the road. I think you should stick with the jersey, lost for sure, national jersey. I mean, where can you even wear that national jersey? You wear it in your mum's lounge room. You know what I mean? Like, Mum, where's my national jersey? I'm going to do some training in the lounge room. Okay, that's cool. I think Zwift's fantastic. I'm taking the piss a bit, yes, as other people do as well. I'm taking the piss, but I think Zwift is fantastic. I think if you've got kids, this could be a Zwift bike over here. We'd have some rollers over there. Let's say I'm a new dad or a new mum or whatever, or a new, well, in-between person, mum or not a dad, just a, you know, non-gender or whatever. What if I have kids or responsibilities or even a broken collarbone and I want to be in my home train and do Zwift? I think Zwift's fantastic for that. Maybe it's snowing outside. I want to say fit, Zwift. Zwift gets double thumbs up for me. Check out, if you know what Zwift is, Google up Shane Miller or GP Lama, LAMA, and he's another Aussie cycling YouTuber. I think he's the vegan variety as well. Well, a bit crazy. And go check out GP Lama. He does a lot of fantastic videos on Zwift. So if you're totally new to the Zwift thing, he's like, hey, I've got kids. I can ride my bike inside and get fit. There's all right. Sign me up. What's the deal, doing, right? Don't come to me for Zwift advice. Go straight to Shane Miller, aka GP Lama. You can find him from Cycling Maven's channel as well. So I think Zwift's fantastic for getting the workouts, you know, cruising around. I think it's fantastic. So begin the competitive side, and that's where the cheating starts and all the, you know, the fudging of the weights and the fudging of the miles. Apparently this Chris Pritchard guy and his cohort in Denmark, they had a bot where this Cam kid all of a sudden dropped his weight to 45 kilos and doing 2,000 watts for 200 Ks, according to Zwift. Correct me if I'm wrong. So that's just fucking dodgy, man. And that's why the kid got banned. But the Chris Pritchard guy, he doesn't feel any of that heat because they put it all on the athlete. Whenever a young guy cheats or a young girl cheats, there's always someone above them, in my opinion, who's put the pressure down, saying, hey, you need to perform. This is important for our sponsors. You need to perform. So there's always, whenever someone gets busted for doping, that someone gave them the drugs, someone gave them the knowledge of how to do the drugs, how to pass the tests, etc. You know, someone did that. And so why does the athlete always become the fall guy? The athlete's making money from doping or cheating. But they're not making as much money as the business who owns that. All right. So there was someone who had vested financial interests. Cam's saying he didn't do the bot. He's saying someone else did. Well, that person, whoever did that, they had a vested financial, in my opinion, vested financial interest in having him win the jersey. This e-racing thing is getting, some money's going there. The UCI's getting behind it. British Cycling's getting behind it. These companies, these corporations aren't getting behind it. There's no greenbacks, you know. There's no hooker money. There's no coke money. There's no stripper dancing money. So when there's that, then these companies get behind it. That's fair enough. That's how the world runs. That's how the world runs. It's crazy, man. It's really crazy. Look, there's this focus on the athlete, but who organised it? Right? You got one person, there's a whole game going on there. Where's Chris Pritchard on this? Where's his involvement? You know? He should get banned as well. He should get a ban from his mammal racing. Fucking hell. Anyway, again, no hate. This is just disciplinary action. There needs to be justice for this. There needs to be justice for this e-racing cohorts. Oh, yeah, man. This is all first world problems. I just wanted to let people know, if you think Zwift sucks, it doesn't. Right? Don't let a couple of bad apple mammals in the basket rot or ruin the Zwift experience for you. All right? Zwift is a fantastic thing to use. It's not about racing. You can go on there and explore and ride new places. It's sort of virtual cycling. All right? So don't let this little thing. It's just like if your star gets busted for doping, like Lance Armstrong, if he gets caught with doping, whatever, you know, don't let that deter you from. I don't know people would quit cycling because of that. And I'm like, really? You're gonna miss out on all the benefits of cycling and that beautiful carbon Trek bike that you've bought, the carbon Madone from 2003. You're gonna stop riding that bike that gave you great joy because Lance Armstrong took EPO to do the job that his sponsors, Trek, Nike, Bristol Myers Squibb, blah, 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 said, hey, if you win, we'll give you bonuses, you know. You don't think those companies didn't know what was going on? These people who run these companies are fucking smart businessmen and women. They know exactly what's fucking going on. So you're going to quit Zwift because of some mammal pushing some 20-year-old kid to do a little bot on his Zwift account. Don't do that. Don't quit cycling because Lance rode his Trek Madone on EPO. The Trek Madone is still in production. He just won the World Championships. Isn't that ironic that the Madone is a climb in France, that Dr. Ferrari would send Lance up as a test for his Tour de France condition. The Madone now is being still raced in the peloton. You know, this is hilarious. Even GCN, which I love, GCN channel, other cycling news, all these mainstream cycling publications, Cycling News and GCN, the same company, they make fun or they sort of diss Lance a bit, like, oh, you know, blah, blah. But then like Mad Pedersen's new Trek Madone. And it's like, where did the Madone actually come from? Why is the Madone famous? You know, it's famous because of Dr. Ferrari. It's famous because of Lance. And so is Trek. But there's always like shade thrown, again, at the athlete, at Lance. The Trek's still making big money off the Trek Madone. And they're making even more money now, so World Championship riding it. So it's a funny world out there. So I think this video, no one's been talking about the discussion of, you know, we're pointing fingers at the athlete Cam or Lance Armstrong. We're making jokes about it, we're doing all this stuff about it. But who's up top or who's down bottom pushing his kids up to do these things? All right? There's always someone behind that. So that's my thoughts, comments and criticisms. No hate to this Cam guy. I think he's made a mistake. He's young. He's been manipulated, coerced by some mammals out there. In my opinion, Pritchard being one of them. And I think Pritchard needs to go he should go under the spotlight from UCAD. Or is it going to be called UKIAD, United Kingdom Anti-E-Doping Association? You know, so UKIAD, they'll probably be knocking on Pritchard's door anytime soon and asking for his Zwift blogging details. Who knows? But I really feel that should be addressed. You know, there's all jokes aside, there's always someone behind pushing these kids to do these things. But anyway, don't let that dissuade you from doing Zwift. Seriously, like people. Let's bring it back home even more. There's people out there who have a road rage situation where some driver cuts them off, and they're like, I'm not cycling anymore. There's too many fuckwits in the road. Like, what? What? Even vegan, durianrider's a vegan, I don't want to go vegan, durianrider's a fuckwit. Well, you're going to miss out on all the benefits of high carb, low fat vegan because you think I'm an arrogant Aussie fuck. You're going to miss out on the joys of cycling, the environmental benefits, the social benefits, because some fuckwit in a car gave you the bird or cut you off or whatever. What? Really? You're going to miss out on the good things just because of your opinion about someone or something, or someone got caught e-doping or doping or motor doping or whatever? Don't do that, man. Don't miss out on the good things of life because of your opinion on someone or your opinion on something. Always, there's greater context there as well. Why did this kid cheat? He wanted the national jersey. Why did these people groom him into their little sort of circle? Well, we can make money off this Cam kid. He's got talent. He's hungry. He wants to win. He wants fame. We'll manipulate and coerce him to do our little dodgy plan, and we'll capitalize on that social media marketing or whatever. There's always someone there. Trek saw that with Lance Armstrong. Like, this kid's hungry. He's world champion at 21. He's American. He's good talking. He's a good looking guy. Let's get him on our carbon bike, and he's got Dr. Ferrari. And this is good money. Let's invest money. Let's drop money on Lance Armstrong. He's gonna make us fucking famous, man. This kid's gonna do whatever it takes to win the Tour de France. Let's drop whatever it takes on Lance, because we invest in Lance. He's gonna make us fucking millions, and they did. And they still fucking make money off Lance's back today on the Trek Madone. Anyway, that's the deal. Don't cheat. If you are gonna cheat, don't get caught.
So at the time I was living in Nice, and of course around that area you have lots of climbs, lots of difficult climbs. But over the years, I guess the 10 years before I got there, guys had used the Madone as a test climb. Starts in Menton, which is really the last French village before you get to Italy. It's like 10 or 11 kilometers straight out of town, basically, and very consistent. Not easy, but not too difficult. And just kind of became this mythical thing that people would go and see how fast they could get up it and see what their time was. And so beginning in 1998, I started using it as a test. I went there in 99, just on a normal training ride. This was my first year. I hadn't even won the Tour yet. And I went down with heavy wheels and a jacket on and pump on my bike and saddlebag, and took it all off and did the time on my own and never went any faster. It's pretty amazing. I must have hit it on just a perfect day. What was the time? 30:45, I believe, with a lot of watts. When we went from the old 5900, we're going to a new bike, they asked me what would you name it, and so I thought about it. And for me, the Madone was special because it was the place that I went to really discover whether or not I was ready. Like if I went to the Madone 2 weeks before the Tour and went as hard as I could, I knew if I was going to win the Tour or not. It always told me the right things. But had I gone and been a minute and a half slower, I would have known that I wasn't ready. Even during this comeback, I've spent plenty of time on the Madone, testing the Madone. So it was sort of this place where it gave me the answer, regardless. And that was special to me. I conveyed that to the team at Trek, and the name stuck.